Dear Lord, I am not one of your strongest soldiers. I will kill myself. I need a hug. I mean, I also need therapy, but one problem at a time. I don't necessarily want to die. However, if I could stop breathing for 3 to 5 business days, that will be peachy. I want to kill myself, but you worry about them dishes. Okay, Miss Girl. I feel like these are concerning. I can see why I didn't tweet these. I can see why. Hey guys, it's Shay, and in this week's video, as you can tell by the title, today we're gonna go through my Twitter drafts. I screenshotted them because on your computer, when you download Twitter, if you didn't save the draft on the web browser, then it doesn't come up. But if you did it on an app, then you have to go through the app. There's quite a few actually. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's quite a few. So we're just gonna go through them and see what I didn't tell Twitter, but I'm gonna tell the YouTube. So we're gonna go from bottom to top, because the top will be the most recent drafts. The first draft I have is Amazon don't want to give you a chance to cancel your order. That's why next day shipping exists. Honestly, it makes sense. Like, they give you next day shipping so you won't have buyer's regret. Or is it buyer's remorse? Buyer's remorse. So they just ship it to you next day. I don't know why I didn't make that an actual tweet, but you know. Next one. I really be lying to people when I say I don't know what I want to do in life. I just don't feel like hearing unwanted opinions about what's achievable or what I can or cannot do. I don't know if that's true now, because I don't know what I want to do, to be honest. But I think I was talking about, like, I do want to do film stuff, entertainment stuff. So when people ask me what I want to do, I just be like, I don't know. I'm just kind of letting it float in the air. I don't go into depth, but understandable. Next one. I don't necessarily want to die. However, if I could stop breathing for 3 to 5 business days, that will be peachy. As you can see, I didn't tweet that because that's a little worrisome for some people. You know, she's going through a depressive phase right now again. So obviously things haven't changed. She do be depressed. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to die. Here's the thing, right? I be saying stuff and people be like, oh my gosh, she gonna kill herself. I'm not. Do I have suicidal thoughts? Yes. Am I suicidal? No. Okay, here's the thing. I was doing this analogy in my head. I was like, let's say God is the baker, okay? And I'm the bread, okay? And you know, he has all the ingredients for the bread. However, he left out the yeast. And the yeast is the thing that make the bread rise, right? That makes the bread really be breaded, right? So the yeast in this situation is the motivation to actually kill myself. I'm too lazy for that. I'm the type of person, like, when I get depressed, I don't slit my wrist because, one, I have a very particular thing about the scars I have, and I really like them. And you know, I like how each scar has their own story. However, you know, slitting my wrist, I would do it. However, I will be too upfront with people if they ask me how did I get that scar. I'll just be like, yeah, I slit my wrist. And it'll just make an uncomfortable situation for the other person. I mean, I could always lie, but knowing me, if you catch me in the right or wrong time, depending on who you ask, I would just tell you, because, like, what are you gonna do about it? And also, it's gonna hurt, so that's kind of unfortunate. And people be like, I slit my wrist because I want to feel physical pain rather than the mental pain, which, you know, is cool, but if I'm already suffering mentally, I don't want to be suffering physically also. And two, we don't have band-aids, so in order to, like, stop the bleeding, it would be too messy, and I'm, like, too lazy to do that. And, you know, popping pills in a blackout, I don't like taking pills. I don't even think we have strong enough pills for me to black out. And also, there's also the possibility that I will wake up, you know, because pills is not the most efficient way to end yourself. So I just don't really want to do that, because then I have to deal with people being worried about me, and I don't got time for that. Also, I try to suffocate myself just to see how it would feel, you know. Realize I don't like that. I couldn't breathe, which is kind of the point. I don't have the best lung capacity, so, like, even holding my breath to swim, 0 out of 10. So, you know, I don't want to die. However, if I could stop breathing just for a little while, you know, that would be peachy. So moving on. Imagine instead of getting your period, you're just dead for 7 days. You know, what if we just like hibernate for a few days? I feel like that would be efficient. Okay, and I feel like I was just doing these back and forth because they don't give you a timestamp or a date of when you save the draft. But the next one after that is, dear Lord, I am not one of your strongest soldiers. I will kill myself. Sincerely, your weakest link. Again, I won't do it. I won't do it. And also, I won't do it because like I'm very curious as to, you know, what would take me out if it wasn't myself. You know, you are your biggest competitor. So if I kill myself, I will technically be winning at life. Okay, anyway, don't be worried, guys. I'm cool. These are just like invasive thoughts. Anyway, what was I saying? Why I won't kill myself? Oh yes, because I'm very curious about the future. Like, what would be the next beef? Where will the world be taking us? Honestly, I don't see myself living past 40. I feel like that's pushing it. I don't think the world will live for another 21 years. It was just Earth Day. Yeah, I'm just curious because like the first time I was like, maybe I should off myself was in 8th grade maybe. And then what if I did it in 8th grade? I wouldn't be in a pandemic, panoramic, Panda Express, pandemonium, panic at the disco. I wouldn't be here, which I mean, pros and cons, you know what I mean? But also there's so much more I wouldn't have known. Anyway, I feel like this is concerned. Next, the next one is I just need 4 piercings to fill the void, which is true. I want a bar, so that would be 1. I want this, so that would be 2. And I was thinking about doing one right here, so that would be 3. Maybe another one right here. But yeah, just to fill the void. Next one, I need a hug. I mean, I also need therapy, but one problem at a time. I feel like these are concerning. I can see why I didn't tweet these. Very, very concerning. Very concerning. Obviously, she does need therapy. Think about therapy, right? I know I have a lot of problems. Like 99.9%, I'm sure I have depression. That's a given, as you can see by these tweets. And at first, I was like, okay, maybe it's like an 80% chance that I have seasonal depression. But then I realized I'm depressed every season, therefore it cannot be seasonal depression, right? So we're back at the 99.9%. And then I'm 89.93% sure I have high functioning anxiety, but also 99.9% sure I have regular anxiety, whether it's high functioning or not. And then eating disorder wise, hear me out, my stomach is growling because I have not eaten today. We love the on-scheduleness of my body, but in terms of eating disorders, you know, it's a strong 55% sure. I don't know which one, but that's neither here nor there. You can tell that I'm going through a depressive phase because I'm just telling y'all all the tea and I don't care. When I edit it, it might be concerning, but right now at this point, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I've been told I need therapy by a few people, especially the doctor, but you know what happened after they told me that? Nothing. So this is why I'm like this. Next, immediate turn off. A dude going to sleep before 12, cause who are you rushing to see in your dreams? I mean, that speaks for itself because I don't go to sleep till 3 o'clock, which can be, oh, I never finished my sentence. The reason why I'm not that pressed to go to therapy is because I don't want them to be prescribing me pills. The only pill I want is Adderall. I just want to try that, just see what's the whole hype about being productive. I just want to see the hype, but antidepressants, I'm good. And what else I was going to say? Oh, I was going to talk about memory loss. Y'all can see I'm a mess. I was going to talk about memory loss because the next one is, oh, these are concerning. Anyway, I was going to talk about memory loss because it was another tweet in my draft that was like, my mom be pressed for me to take out the trash while I'm finding reasons not to kill myself. Again, concerning, but the reason I thought about memory loss because I be forgetting to do stuff because of all the things that, I'm like 75% sure I have ADD, but if it's high functioning ADD, I don't know if that's a thing, but if high functioning ADD is a thing, then I'm like 87.65% sure I have that. So yeah. So that's why I was like, if I go to therapy, they're just gonna keep popping pills till I black out. And I'm good off of that. I really am. But anyway, back to the dude going to sleep before 12 because who are you rushing to see in your dreams? Honestly, because that was really a problem for me with some people because I'd be like, all right, catch me in the nighttime because that's when I'm very functioning as a human being. And they be asleep. I'm like, I don't go to sleep till 3 o'clock. And I don't know if that's depression or insomnia. You get my point? The next one is my mom be threatening to not cook like I haven't been trying to starve myself since 2016. I think I already said that I've been trying to starve. No, I said I was first depressed in 2016, which I think is 8th grade. And I only know this because I have a depression journal. I haven't written it in a long time. I now just rant on my private story or avoid all the problems or come on YouTube and overshare. Tell me why. My Snapchat married from a year ago and it was like, oh, let me find the conversation. Wait. Okay, so I found the Snapchat I was talking about. On my side, I said, can I have your Chinese leftovers when I get home? She said, OMG, can I have anything to myself? Yes, eat it because I'm not cooking because I have to go to church. And I said, okay. And then she said, did you eat the pretzel hot dog? I said, yes. She said, damn, you greedy. And then my texting, I said, starving myself for the rest of 2K19? That. So my stomach is still growling. I don't know if y'all can hear that. This is like literally on brand for me. But yeah, so stuff like that been happening since 2016, and like I be trying to starve myself. I really do. The last time I like truly tried to starve myself, I fainted, and I was like, that's so dramatic of me. Yeah, so when she be threatening me, I'm like, girl, you're helping me out. I've been trying to do this since 2016. Thank you. Anyway, next. My stomach is really growling, y'all. It's only 2:31. Usually I don't eat till like 6. The next one, going on Omegle and waiting to get called the N-word just to feel something. Oh, I need help. Okay, next one. Giveon looks like he tells girls he would kill himself if they break up with him. He really does. He really does. I'm sure he doesn't. He's a Pisces, y'all. So I feel like that's very on brand for him. Either that or he would cry. Sorry, Giveon. Love you. Next. Bad Baby and Cardi B are the same people, just different fonts. That speaks for itself. They are. People who think they're too good for TikTok can go to hell. You really could, because I've said this already. The TikTok that be going viral on Twitter came from TikTok, and they were already viral on TikTok. And then it goes on Instagram, which goes viral on Instagram. So why don't y'all just go to the original source? If you're doing it for storage wise, then cool. But if you're just doing it just to try to seem cool, it's overrated now. And y'all be trying to be like, oh, I'm scared of seeing Madison Ray on my For You page. And it's a For You page. So if you don't interact with them, you won't see them. Oh my God, who would have known? Next, school nurses are the blueprint for I don't get paid enough for this. They really are, because they just give you an ice pack and say, I don't get paid enough to treat your broken arm. You bust your head open, take a nap. Like, baby, the teachers don't get paid enough. So you think I get paid enough? Please. Next, I think these are the most recent tweets, because this was about Prince Philip, and it said, imagine dying and the whole world cheers. At that point, you know you've done something wrong. I mean, I feel like before you died, you should know that you've done something wrong, because people were plotting on his death the month before he actually died. But yeah, for the whole world to be like, oh my God, it finally happened, you know? Because like Prince Philip versus Betty White, I don't really see the obsession with Betty White. I'm sorry, but on Black Twitter they were like, black people love Betty White, and I'm like, I don't know who these black people are, because I never seen Glamour Girl. Is it Glamour Girls? Never seen that. I mean, I get it, she a sweet old lady, but Next, everyone who said doing your own box reads is easy can go to hell, because they can, because they're not. All I remember from Hardbargain Farm was someone's dad yelling at them to be a man and milk a cow. So DMV Scotty, I don't know if he actually watched my videos, but he had a post about Hardbargain Farm. I think it was either Hardbargain Farm or Camp Schmidt, and I went to Hardbargain Farm in 5th grade, but I went to Camp Schmidt in 9th grade. The only thing I remember from that trip is that this boy, right, he came on a trip with his father. We had to milk the cows, and he was like, I don't want to milk it, I don't want to milk it. He was like, be a man and milk the cow, and he was crying. I was like, okay. I don't think it's that deep. He milked one udder, if I remember correctly, and he was not messing with that cow. And I get it, it's pretty weird. I wonder if he still thinks about that. Anyway, and then this one is, it's sad that we're still experiencing first times as black people. I tweeted this after Soul came out, but I think it was like the Oscars, Grammys, Golden Globes. It was the Golden Globes. And then Andrea Day, in her category, she became like the 2nd black woman after Whoopi Goldberg from The Color Purple. And then Soul became the first Pixar movie featuring a black lead character, and he wasn't even black the whole movie. Then the next one was Pisces season didn't last long long enough for me. It didn't, and I think it's just because time in itself is moving hella fast. But I promise you, Pisces season was a week. Next one, I thought the placenta was no bigger than an orange at most. Okay, so this was a quote tweet because there was this video. If I find the video, I'll put it in here. But they made it seem like a placenta was like just a small thing, but it was huge. It was dang near another child. Also, yo, let me know in the comment section below, are you gonna take the placenta home? Because Timothy De La Ghetto, his wife just had a child and he took the placenta home and he like cooked it and ate it. And then Rydell Lynch, Ross Lynch's sister, she had a child and they took the placenta in a cooler. So is that a thing that people do? I wanna know, let me know. Next one, I'm really holding on to this semester by a thread, and when I tell you I am, and I still am, one of those times I just had to make a blog post. Why did it take me a week to build up to make the post? Like, I can't, y'all. I'm torn. I want to go on campus next semester, but at the same time, these people wilding, and like, at this point, I'm willing to catch the Rona. I'm willing to die. Not in that sense. Not, I know previously, okay, but just I'm really to die from the corona, okay? That's all I'm saying. But okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. God, it's a jokey joke, okay? It's a jokey joke. Relax. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing, cause I can't. And I feel like maybe the pandemic has made my depression worse, because usually it's just regular depression, you know. I usually get it like month-long depression every like 6 months. So what's that, twice a year? But now it's been happening like every week. Like, dang, can I breathe? Get off my neck. Next one. Wow, these are all depressing. I didn't realize how much depressive stuff I wrote about until now. And then the next one, I don't know how to eat a burrito. Help. I don't know how to eat a burrito. Specifically the burritos from Chipotle, because they be so big. Every time I eat it, I feel like an idiot because everything be falling out, and like my hands are not that big to hold it and to like, you know, grab it where it's necessary, and everything just be falling. And at that point, I just unravel it and eat it how it needs to be eaten. Well, not how it needs to be, how I need to eat it. But I don't think I've eaten like a regular burrito from like an actual authentic Mexican restaurant or whatever. But I can eat a taco. But isn't essentially a soft taco a soft burrito? But the burritos, I don't know, child. Next one, if I ever go on live crying, please get my account banned. Yeah, if you ever see me crying on any, I mean, I've already cried on a social media platform on YouTube. That was when Chadwick Boseman died. I might even private that video, because when I cry, right, it's not cute. And also my nose immediately starts running. I'm like, but if I ever go on live crying like David Dobrik, I'm sorry, James, I was about to say James Bond, James Charles, you know, that type of level, just ban my account. Somebody hack my account and ban it. Report my account for harassment, because I would never. Well, I don't want to say I would never, but that's just embarrassing. Yeah, I can't. That's embarrassing. You're not gonna catch me sleeping like that. The next one. When Hamilton said, I imagine death so much it feels like a memory. I felt that. Okay, I feel like this is starting to get a little concerning, but let me tell you, sometimes I do have the suicidal, oh my god, I should kill myself. Suicidal thoughts, not suicidal actions. But sometimes I just be thinking about death just casually, on a casual. Like, would we have it for dinner? Pizza. Also, what if I just die right now? Stuff like that, you know, just casual. So the fact that I think about it so much, it's a little concerning. It does feel like a memory, like not a memory, more like, dang, you thinking about this so many times, like you not dead yet. So I'm just counting the days until I die. I mean, I really don't know the day I die. Anyway, the next one. I'm ready to have my emo phase. I mean, with a death, you should have already had it. But yeah, not emo like heavy metal, gothic type. I like the clothes, the fishnets. I feel like they have like the bad bitch energy. I want to do it. Like, I never had an emo phase. I'm not straightening my hair. Next one. If you post fish pics on dating apps, I'm going to automatically assume you hate women, because who told you to do that? Honestly, when I was on Twitter for that one time when I did that video, there was so many fish pictures, and I just want to know who told men that fish pictures attract women. Who told them that was a turn on? Who is turned on by that? The last time I checked, never have I ever been in a group with women and they be like, yo, you saw this dude, he has a fish picture, and it's just like, gets me going. Niagara Falls down there. Like, no, very much Sahara Desert. It's not giving. Zachary, I'm keeping this in, because why you just text me? Y'all, tell me why this man sent me the suicide hotline prevention number unprovoked. Anyway, I want to know the logic. That's gonna be my next questions for males. Because who are you trying to say that you can provide? You know, we have evolved from cavemen, so you know, you catching a fish. I'm the only fish you gonna catch. Okay, next one. If I don't get white privilege in my next life, I'm suing. I also have a tweet. If I could have a superpower, it would be white audacity. I feel like they have so much confidence and they can really take over the world, which they have and conquered so much in their life because they just have that white audacity and the white privilege. And I feel like it's only fair. Reparations. What if I was already a white person? That's why I'm black. Next one. The only thing white people are scared of are black people, which self-explanatory. Leaving the closet door open but keeping the bedroom door closed. I put that because it was a tweet going around saying if you leave your bedroom door open, you're crazy, or if you leave your closet door open, you're crazy. But sometimes I leave it open because my dog, he be wanting to sleep in the closet, and also when all the doors are closed, I don't know, it just feels like I'm trapped. You know how when people say two mirrors facing each other, you're trapping energies and you're trapping souls? That's how I feel like if all the doors are closed. Anyway, next. I never seen someone be so down bad that they cut off their eyelashes. And the only reason why I think I put this because I was like, you know, when people have mental breakdowns, they usually cut their hair off. Some even go as far as shave their eyebrows, but nobody is so down bad that they say, let me cut my eyelashes off. If you choose to cut your eyelashes off, I think at that point you need to get help because you're really going through it. So if you ever see me without eyelashes, you know what happened. Okay. The next one. I love how whenever I'm on the verge of killing myself, that's when my mom decides to complain about stuff. And honestly, it's like she feels it. She knows. She wants to be my 13th reason why every time. Every time. And sometimes I be like, girl, what if I just killed myself today? Would you really be complaining about that trash? Pick and choose your battles. Why is the next one is I want to kill myself, but you worry about them dishes. Okay, Miss Girl. Ah! That's not funny. But that's really how I be feeling. Like, girl, you worry about them dishes. I'm fighting for my life.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man.
And then, you know, we be going to our family member's house and she be like, yeah, she don't be doing this and that. And then she be like, yeah, she be getting the moods. She just be moody. I'm like, girl, I'm not moody, I'm depressed. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this week, right? Stay in my room all day. Don't talk to nobody. I don't even want to touch my dog. I left my dog outside 2 days ago. The only thing I ate, did I eat? I don't even think I ate. Lord. Whatever, but like, be like, you moody. Girl, I'm depressed. If that's the moody, then yes, call me Moody Judy, because what are you talking about? Next, I wonder if actors ever just Google their names to see what movies and shows they were in when updating their resume. Oh yeah, you know, I feel like that's a good point. Like, do they remember everything they're in? Or like, how do acting resumes go? Because obviously you have a portfolio, but do you put every movie that you're in? Also, if you're like Viola Davis and people already know what you've been in, do you still put that on your resume, or you just put your face and like, I'm Viola, sign me up? And then the next one is a quote from Bell Hooks that I read in my class, and it says, the banking system of education, parentheses, based on the assumption that memorizing information and regurgitating it represented gaining knowledge that could be disputed, stored, and used at a later date, did not interest me. And then I said, why is this still accurate? Basically, we're literally just in school to remember stuff and regurgitate it, especially online school, because what am I actually learning? Ma'am, I'm just finessing your class, if we're being honest. And the fact that Bell Hooks wrote that in whoever knows how long ago, it's like, the fact that you're not updating the education system, but everything else get updated. Police cars got Teslas now, but we can have a sufficient education system. Cool. This must have been a quote tweet. I put my end of the year letters, never again. I don't know what that's about, but you know what that brings me to? The trend on TikTok was like, I remember when I lost my mind. That's when I lost my mind, when I wrote them end of the year letters, because don't do that. I don't recommend it when you don't know how to communicate. So you write letters at the end of the year to recap everything that they did wrong. Anyway, and then the next one is, if I try to parallel park and can't get it the first time, I'ma just leave. Y'all not gonna catch me slipping. No, because the amount of times that people go viral for like people catching them trying to parallel park, I cannot take that embarrassment. I can take a lot of embarrassment, but being exposed for not knowing how to parallel park, that's where I cross the line. Because if I have to parallel park, I'm not going. Now, I have parallel parked before, but I don't do it often. like I don't drive at all, so I can't really say how good my parallel parking skills are. But if it's still bad, you're not gonna catch me slipping. Not today, not tomorrow, or the day after that. The final tweet is a quote tweet regarding a protest, I think, and it said, "What happened to Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise therefore, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peacefully to assemble." I forget what protest it was, but they were like basically saying that at a certain time they were going to enforce curfew, but the time they were going to enforce curfew was the time where it was known that a protest was going to be taking place. I didn't tweet it because I was like, I think the Constitution for Congress is different from individual states to actually enforce laws. Like Congress can't make a law, but your local government can. In this video, as you can see, she be going through it constantly, but we out here, we still surviving. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'll let you know, to be determined. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, shay.day2s_. Follow me on Twitter, shayday2s_. Follow me on Snapchat, shayallday_OG. And with that, I'm out. Bye guys.